Vermont Independent Senator Bernie Sanders joins me now from Capitol Hill. Senator, always good to see you. Senator Warren there trying to rally opposition to this funding bill. Are you going to join that fight?
This is a bad bill, and I'm certainly going to vote against it for a number of reasons. I think Senator Warren listed one of the reasons. Look, Wall Street's greed and illegal behavior drove us into the worst recession since the Great Depression, impacting millions and millions of people. The idea that we deregulate again, we allow these guys to make risky investments with taxpayer-supported money is absolutely insane. It just speaks to the power of Wall Street. But that's not all that's in this bill. This bill will cut pensions, guaranteed pensions that were guaranteed for a whole lot of working people. At a time when so many people in the middle class
federal pensions, right? We should know federal pensions.
Federal guaranteed pensions, right. This, at a time when real unemployment is over 11%, and we need to invest in our infrastructure. In my view, this bill puts much too much money into the military and not enough into rebuilding our crumbling infrastructure or making it easier for young people to go to college or repay their debts. So there is a lot in this bill, I think, which does not work for the middle class of this country and should be opposed.
If so many Democrats and especially liberals are upset about a lot of the things that are in this bill, I mean, who do they blame? Because after all, I mean, you guys had negotiators in the room.
Right. Well, what you got is, you got two parties. You got the Republicans controlling the House and the Democrats controlling the Senate. And I think they had to work out an agreement. And the other point that I would make is, I think most people in this country are profoundly disgusted with the Citizens United Supreme Court decision and the ability of billionaires to buy elections. The idea that we would pass legislation, I don't know if it came from the Republicans, the Democrats, or both.
How can we not know? Let me ask you about, how can we not know where the idea even originated? I mean, there are only 100 senators. They're 435 House members. No one's fessing up to sticking that into the end of the bill?
I mean, that's a fair question, but as Ed O'Keefe just mentioned to you, I think at the end of the day, a lot of this goes to the leadership. These guys wink off on it. But at the end of the day, the idea that we give even more political influence to the wealthiest people in this country to buy elections, I don't know who in America thinks that that's a good idea. But by the way, while we're on this, let me say there are some good things in the bill. I'm chairman of the Veterans Committee. The budget for the Veterans Committee is a very good budget. Yeah. And we owe that to our veterans, and there's a provision in there for what we call advanced appropriations, which many of the veteran service organizations strongly support, as I do.
Also pre-K funding as well. I mean, there are a lot of folks who've noted that pre-K funding in the bill is something that both sides can tell.
That's right.
While I have you here really quickly, Senator, I do want to get your reaction to the Senate to the so-called torture report. What's your take?
Look, I mean, frankly, for me, who opposed the war in Iraq, who did not believe a whole lot that was coming from the Bush-Cheney administration, it's not surprising, but it is enormously disturbing. That's not what America is supposed to be. We're supposed to be a different type of country. And it makes it very difficult for any president of the United States in an increasingly brutal and horrible world out there, where terrible things are happening in Syria and elsewhere, to say, look, you can't do that. That's inhuman. That's not civilized, when in fact we have engaged in torture. So I think we've got to get our act together on that.
Yesterday, Congresswoman Jackie Speier told me that she believed the CIA should apologize to those who had been tortured. Do you agree? Should apologies be issued?
I think we should make it clear that the United States government does not torture.
Okay. Senator Bernie Sanders, Senator, thank you so much for your insight, sir.
Thank you.
Coming up here.